Check. Good morning, Onion Lake. Good morning, Onion Lake. Up there watching 7 Gen. For the semifinals of the U15 playoffs. Finals of the U15 playoffs, where we have Thunder, I believe. Games today are being held. I'll read out the rosters for you guys. For Slave Lake number 2 is number 7 Jackson Colborn, number 8 Reese, #11 Adrian Dumont, 15 Kyle Labby, 16 Jonathan, 18 Austin Lowy, 19 Janae Onoski. Makes roster for you here. We got number 2, number 7 Dalton Harper, number 91 Dominic Dillon, Osgood, number 11 Kalani Trache, number 9 Kiheo Napio, 18 Kiowa Quinn Anderson, and number 10 Matheson Muskego. Face off won here by Slave Lake. Slave Lake gonna bring it back behind them. Puck gonna be picked up by Dylan, number 91, and number 12, Saunder Davis. Puck comes back. Jonathan Ogamau. Ogamau intercepts that puck down. Turn it over center ice. Dallin Whitstone going to get in a battle there with Dylan. Dylan's going to pass that. Dumps it in. Puck coming back. Kamau tries to get it out. Goes to the front for Dom Dylan. Takes the shot. I walk. But nobody there. Puck going to be picked up by Trache. Trache is going to go around one dot. Looks like Lowy got a stick on that. Puck is held on the line by Puck comes to the center. Muskego passes it up to Dylan. Dylan's going to go wide. He's going to take the shot. Blocked by number 15, Labby. Dom's going to get it over to Trache. Trache takes the shot. Blocker save. Puck goes up to center ice here. Intercepted. Muskego takes the shot. Goaltender is going to hang on to that. Again, we are in the semifinals. Game 1 doubleheader today. Game 2 is going to be at 4 p.m. here in Frog Lake. Winner of this game will go on to the championships next round. This is a banner game. Face-off going to come into the Thunder zone here. Face-off won by Slave Lake, intercepted. Tries to dump it out, but Tagan keeps it in. Quinney gets it back to his D partner, Tagan. Tagan's looking to get it up. Pass goes a little too far, comes all the way down to the Thunder zone. Tagan there to stop it, but Davis picks it up. Puck picked up by Collins. He's going to get it down into the zone and chase it. Looking for an open man in front. Quinney chips it up to his partner, Misto. Intercepted at the blue line. Misto picks it up. We're going to have a race here for the puck. Misto is going 2-on-1. Puck goes back to the blue line, just a little too far for Collins. Collins and Patagon get into a battle on the boards. Misto battling down below. He's got two guys in front. Thunder picks up that puck along the boards. Got to rush. Thunder bringing it up here. Davis bringing it wide. He takes the shot. Kicked aside. Misto looking to pick up that puck along the boards. He's going to cut through the center. Tagan forced to go back behind his net and set something up. Puck goes to the center for Muskego. Now we have a 1-on-1. Muskego circles back, gets it across. Misto's going to pick up that loose puck. Picked up by the Thunder. Muskego's going to pick that up along the boards. Just comes outside the blue line. Honapio tries to center it. Ogamao passes it up. Gets intercepted by Honapio. Misto chips it back to his D partner. Honapio gets it to Dylan. Dylan's going to cut through the center. He's turning on the Jets. He's got some wheels here. He's trying to cut through them. Takes the shot. Gets deflected high into the net. Again, we are here live on 7Gen Productions, also known as 7Gen Live Streaming, 7Gen Podcast, just 7Gen in general. Bringing you guys that action here for Frog Lake U15 semifinals, game 1. So I don't too much guys on the ice there. Face off on by Thunder, intercepted by Muskego. He's going to get it to the front. Thunder picks it up. They're going to break it out here. We got a 2-on-2. Davis looking for Lally in front. It's intercepted by Whitstone. Dylan trying to. Dylan still has possession. He's going to come in 1-on-3. Takes the shot. Strom going to pick up that puck in his own own. He's going to bring it up here. Looking to set something up. He's got Davis and Lally with him. Strom chips it in front, but nobody home. Chiefs are going to bring it up here. We got Trache and Dylan. Offside blown. A little chilly in this arena. I have to go outside just to warm up. Face off coming just outside the Thunder zone. Face off won by Chiefs. Dylan's going to chip it in there just to the right of the goaltender. Thunder going to pick that up. Going to get up to Werstwick. Werstwick chips it up, gets intercepted by Dylan. Comes back to Werstwick. Werstwick gets by Dylan, gets by Muskego. Looking to bring it wide. He takes the shot. Blocked by Muskego. But Muskego brings it up. He's got Dylan going high. Just out of reach for Dominic Dylan. Puck ring around the boards. Trache going to be there to put it back in. Colburn bringing it in here. Dumps it in. Werstwick down low. Trache is going to bring that puck up. Goes right. Gets his pocket picked. Puck going all the way down the ice. Quinney is going to be the first to get there. He's going to look to set something up. Quinney being pressured by Werstwick. Twin also at the blue line. Muskego picks up that loose puck. Thunder gets possession again. They're going to chip it up here. Puck comes to the red line. Trache is just going to dump it in. We have an offside. Picked up by Palou. Intercepted again by Palou. She's going to try and chip it up. Intercepted by Chiefs. Muskego is going to bring it back over the blue line. He's got Dylan right behind him. Muskego takes the shot. Glove save by the Thunder. 12 minutes, 38 seconds left in the first period of game one. Standing in between the benches here. I feel like Ray Ferraro at a hockey game. Face-off coming in the Thunder zone, taken by Ryder. Goalie freezes the puck. Davis tries to bring that puck up, but he gets intercepted at the red line. Mosquito's going to chip it back down into the opposing zone. Gladue is going to set up that puck, try to get it to his winger, just a little too far. Puck brought up by Whitstone. Henderson there, back to fight for the puck. Puck goes off the net. Whitstone's going to be there to grab the puck. Puck goes up. Muskego. Keeps getting there in Jones' zone. Chip it out to the opposing line. Davis going to bring that in. Stop by Kihio Napio. Border Chiefs end. Kihio Napio going to bring it up. Going to go. Turning on the Jets here. Lowry going to bring that up. Pocket pick. He's got a man alone in front. Puck just a little too far for Strom. Whitstone's going to get that puck. They're going to bring it up here. He's got Misto. Misto's going to cut wide, try to look for the shot. Just a little too high. Strum tried to bring it up there, stopped by Quinney. Davis going to bring it up one-on-one with Whitstone. Puck was loose. Quinney's going to bring it back out. Misto there to fight one-on-one with Flowey. Tried to go across to Dalton Harper. Looks like we had a little bit of a slip there. We're going to get a penalty. Number 16, Hurley Misto, going to the box for 2 minutes for tripping. So Thunder are going to be on the power play. Border Chiefs have 2 minutes to kill a penalty. I just noticed we got the official linesman out there. Colson Bear, Onion Lake's very own. Guy's doing good things, man. He's also one of the officials for the USPHL. Had a little ceremony for him last game. I don't know if you guys seen it there, but they gave him a jersey with his last name in Cree syllabics, which I thought was pretty cool. Puck comes to the line for Patagon. He's just going to get it back to Dylan here. Dylan tries to chip it up, just gets a little too far. Muskego picks up that loose puck. He's going wide. Centers it, but nobody there. Ogamouth, you're going to bring that up. Twin bringing it wide. Just a little too far. Chache is going to get that loose puck and he's going to bring it up here. He's got Muskego with him. Little toe drag, little move. Werstuik brings that up. Muskego's going to bring that up with the Border Chiefs. Puck going to come on back. Thunder looking to set something up. Twin looking for somebody open. Goes wide. Puck goes to the center for Werstuik. Takes the shot. They score. First goal to the Slave Lake Thunder. That's number 4, Asher Werstuik. 8 minutes, 59 seconds. Thunder take the lead with 1-0. Face-off coming center ice. Face-off won by Onion Lake. Gets to Hionapio. Number 15, Ryder. He's going to get that puck down low, get a dump and chase going. Muskego chasing that puck. Puck loose in the middle, picked up by Davis. Number 14 is going to bring it wide for the Thunder. Takes a shot that goes wide. McLeod there to pick it up. He's looking to set something up in front. Puck center just goes wide, and Hionapio going to ring that around the boards to get for Dylan. We're going to have a 2-on-1 here. Dylan and Muskego. Back-to-back saves for the Thunder. In net, Zachary Gallant for the Thunder with back-to-back saves. Face-off coming in the Thunder zone here. Face-off won by Slave Lake Thunder. McLeod going to bring that up. He's going to chip it up for his forward. Just a little too far for Collins. Collins is going to bring that up. He's got Davis with him. Poke check by Quinney. Picked up by Tracci. You know, we got Tracci and Dylan coming up here. Battle in the Thunder zone. Tracci. Thunder picks up the puck, looking for somebody open in the neutral zone. Tries to go across, but intercepted by Dylan. Muskego's going to pick up that loose puck. He's going to take the shot, and he gets a top shed goal. Matheson Muskego ties it up 1-1. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I was barred down. What a beauty of a shot. Score 1-1, 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first of game 1. Goal scored from Onion Lake number 10, Matheson Muskego, with a beauty of a snipe. Face-off won by Thunder. Lowry brings up that puck. Patagon's there to pick it up. Patagon stops, just a little too far out of reach. Puck goes to the center, poke check the side, but Thunder is there to stop the offside. Puck comes back down low. Lowry tries to get it, just a little too far. Patagon is going to chip that puck up the boards. Davis there, just out of reach. So Miso goes back into his own zone to set something up. Looking for an open man, goes all the way across. Ogamau intercepted that pass, but offside. So Quinney's going to bring it up here, center ice. Comes back to Patagon, center ice. Curls away to the left. He's going to bring it up over the red line. Puck gets centered to Misto. Misto just out of reach. Strum picks that puck up, chips it up along the boards. Ogamau is there, just a little too far. Wolf gets it over to Misto, just a little too far. Loose puck picked up by Davis. Davis tries to get it to Strum, but just a little too far. We have an icing. Beautiful day for hockey. Beautiful day for semi-final action. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, we are live on Facebook, 7gen live streaming too, because we are currently unable to post on our main 7gen live streaming due to copyright. So we'll be back up on there after 24 hours. Puck comes out, tries to get it by, but Hionapio stops it, puts the puck on net just a little too far. Thunder going to try to reach there to set something up. Muskego fights to keep it in. Battle on the boards. We got Trache and Palou. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing these names right. Save by Gallant. Puck comes down to Hionapio at the point, takes a shot, but gets blocked. Trache's there, takes another shot. Saved by Gallant. We have a rebound, and second goal scored by 91. Dominic Dillon puts Sunny Lake up with a 2-1 advantage. That was a rebound off of number 11, Kalani Trache's shot. Good hockey, boys. Good hockey. Face-off coming to the neutral zone here. Face-off won by Thunder. Puck picked up by Whitstone. Passes it off to Muskego. Muskego's going to try to bring it in here. He's got some pressure on him. Still has the puck. Muskego fighting for possession. Thunder pick it up. Puck goes all the way down to the other zone. Davis is going to be the first one to get there. Centers the puck. Puck loose right now. Backhanded into Sunny Lake zone. That's stopped by Whitstone. Whitstone's going to get that up to Dillon. Dillon's going to straddle it over the line, looking to set something up just a little too far from Muskego. Collins was there to shut it down. Now Davis is going to pick it up. He's going to get back down to his D partner. Puck intercepted by Trache just at the blue line. Trache going to go around one, round two. Passes it off to Dillon. Dillon's going to set something up in front for Madison Muskego. Glove save. By Zachary Gallant. Puck in. Thunder zone face-off on by the Border Chiefs. Muskego puts that on up. It's steered aside by Gallant. Gladue gets it up. Strum gonna bring that up. A little pressure by Whitstone. Gets it back. Tries to get up to Dillon, but Dillon wasn't ready for that pass. Gladue tries to bring it up, but it comes back to the blue line. Dillon's going to take that up by himself. Offside. Face-off coming outside the Thunder zone. Muskego taking the draw. Face-off won by Border Chiefs. Muskego sneaks it by. Gladue stops him there. A loose puck going to come up for the Thunder. Lowry tried to receive that pass just a little too hard. Vertagen chips it up along the boards. Harper going in to pursue the puck. Puck comes around the corner. We're going to have Davis and Gambler. Puck comes to the point. Thunder tie it up with a shot from the point that snuck by everybody. Not too sure it took that. I think it might have been Lowy or Gladue. Got a tie game here, 2-2 with 3 minutes left in the first. Muskego going to pick up that loose puck. He's got Ryder right beside him. Misto coming in off the wing. He's going to jump to the front. Puck going to be froze by the goalie. Magnus going to switch out Ryder there. Puck almost brought up, but Kahinapi was there to stop it along the blue line. Kalu brings that puck back, intercepted along the boards. Puck gets loose. Muskego is going to bring it all the way back to his own zone. He's going to chip it up center. Just a little out of reach for Wolf. No icing. Icing waved off. Yeah, Onapio holding the line. Being pressured there by Ogamau. Break out by Thunder here. Twin and Wurstwick. Puck comes a little too far. Whitstone bringing it up. Gets it up along the boards to Misto. Just gets a little too far for him. Wurstwick going to bring it wide one-on-one with Chache. I can't see the corners here. Puck going to get centered here for Chache. Chache is going to bring it up. Intercepted by Thunder. Back down in 20 Lake zone. Border Chiefs are going to get it on up. Picked up by Misto. Backhand to the center, but nobody there. Labby's going to pass it up just a little out of reach for Twin. Puts it on net. Puck's going to be froze by Wasquich. It's a little chilly in this arena. Got our producer, Joseph, camera girl, Aisha, and myself, Mitch Lewis. Don Dillon's going to bring it up here. Just overskates a little too far. So puck going to be picked up by Thunder. McLeod's going to pick that up. Muskego there to chip it in. Patagon's looking for a pass. Nobody there. Loose puck in the Border Chief zone. McLeod just going to chip that down low. It's going to get picked up by Chache. Chache gets it over to Muskego. Just a little out of reach. Shot wide by Muskego. Puck centered to Matson Muskego. He takes the shot. Steered aside by Milan. Puck comes to the center. Quinney going to be the first on it. He's going to backhand it over to Patagon. Patagon's going to back on over to Quinney. Quinney's going to get it up to Dillon. Dillon and Chache, one-on-one. Quinney picks up that dump attempt. Puts the puck on net. Block save by Gallant. 16.7 seconds left in the first period. Score is 2-2. Game one of the semi-finals. I was losing my words. Face off on Bunny Lake. You hear Napio going to take that shot from the point. Just goes wide of the net. Palia gets it over. Just a little too far for Chache, out of reach. Napio poke check, keep it in. Chache is going to make a couple moves, and we're going to get the end of the first period. End of the first period. Score is 2-2. They got it. So there is your first period action. Slave Lake Thunder, Onion Lake Border Chiefs, tied up 2-2 after one period. Myself, Mitch Lewis with 7 Gen. Producer, Joseph. Camera girl, Aisha. Yeah. We're going to take a little break here while they flood the ice. We'll be back with the second period action. There we go. Second period action back underway. Had to change position so I could see the ice. Dylan. Muskego gets that puck down to Dylan. Dylan's going to look for something. He's getting pressured by Palou down low. Polly. Muskego takes the shot center ice, directed wide into the net. Second period action brought to you by 7 Gen live streaming here in Frog Lake, Alberta, where we are here for game 1 of the semifinals for the U15. Onion Lake Border Chiefs versus Slave Lake Thunder. Muskego gonna take that draw. Draw gonna be won by Onion Lake. Cone gets it over. Just a little out of reach for Misto. Misto gonna get down low. Takes a shot from the hash mark, puts it on net. Paulo gonna get there with Muskego. One-on-one battle for possession. Misto gets it back to Lacombe. Lacombe chips it over to Paulo, intercepted. Palu. And apologies if I'm not pronouncing these names right. Puck coming back. Quinney gets it up for Lacombe. We're gonna get it down. Quinney's gonna chip it up along the board, center it for Lacombe. Lacombe's gonna get there. Lacombe's gonna get a one-on-one break. One-on-one with the goalie, takes the slapper. Save by Gallant. You got to admire that kid's heart. He's the heart of this team. You won't see anyone try harder than Ryder Lacombe. Got his first goal last game in Saddle Lake. Crowd went wild for that one. Face-off coming to the left of Gallant here in the Thunder zone. Going to be won back by Thunder. Going to the point, just jumps over Patagon's stick. Patagon's going to center that for Muskego. Muskego's going to bring it in. Stick lifted by Twin. Gladue tried to get it out. Fans on the puck. Puck going to come back to Quinney. Quinney's going to get it over to Misto. Misto's going to bring it down to his blue line. He's turning on the Jets. Misto comes in wide, takes the shot from the hash marks. Saved by Gallant. Looks like Gallant might have took that puck. No, he's good. Might have took it a little too high off the cage there. Helmutsavi just collecting himself. U15, these are some strong kids, man. Future stars of the NHL. Face-off coming to the left of Gallant here in the Thunder zone. Face-off won by Thunder. Misto stops it. Wolf gets it over to Misto. Misto gets it down low. Badu going to be there to set something up. Gets intercepted by Muskego. Muskego puts it on net. McLeod going to be there to break it out. Wolf putting some pressure on him. Just goes a little too far for McLeod. Patagon going to bring it back behind his own nose. He's being pressured. Collins right on, and puck comes to the center where Gladue tries to get it out. It's intercepted by Wolf. Wolf loses possession. Looks like we have a penalty coming to Onion Lake. Number 16, Hurley Misto, 2 minutes for tripping. Again, looks like Onion Lake going on a penalty kill. Official linesman Colson Bear. I could be wrong, but it looks like Andrew Wapas might also be out there as an official. Puck just gets on the other side of the blue line. Dylan's going to be there. And he's going to dump it on net. Muskego in there to put pressure. Strom going to bring it up here. Strom and Davis. Strom gets by one. Goal scored by Slave Lake Thunder. Number 12, Davis. Power play goal. 15 minutes, 29 seconds left in the second period. Looks like we almost had a penalty there to Dylan. Face off won by Border Chiefs. Puck coming back to the Onion Lake zone. Kihonapio will try to bring it up. Loses a bit of possession. Strom gonna be there. Brings it up off the boards. Davis and Lowy up there, but Muskego picks it up. Looking to get it up to number 11, Trache. Kihonapio gets it, bounces it off the boards, intercepted by Davis. Davis gonna go wide, chips it to the front, but it's shut down by Kihonapio. Trache stick lifts, gets it up to Dylan. Dylan one-on-one with the D. Puck save by Golan. Dylan takes another shot. Gets redirected by Strom. Puck comes behind the net. Lowry gonna pick it up. Gets it on over to Colborne. Puck intercepted by Trache. He picks up that loose puck. Trache is gonna bring it up. Got Muskego and Dylan with him. Dylan's gonna put that puck on net. And he scores. Glove side, number 91, Dominic Dylan. Ties it up, 3-3 with 14 minutes left in the second period. Again, number 15 is Ryder Lacombe. I seen it said Gambler on his jersey, but I guess that's just an old jersey. That's Ryder Lacombe. Face-off on by Border Chiefs. Get back to number 9, Kihonapio. Twin picks up that loose puck. Dalton Harper fights for the puck, gets possession. Turned over, gets it to Twin. Twin's gonna bring it up. He's got Noski to his right. Twin with the no-look pass to Paulo. It's intercepted. Harper's gonna be down there to fight for the puck. Misto chips it aside. Whitstone's gonna pick it up. Intercepted by Twin. Kihonapio stops him there. We got Lacombe going up. Kihonapio bringing it up. Redirected. High pass. Twin and Noski one-on-one with Whitstone. Twin takes a second to regroup. Intercepted by Misto. Misto's going to bring it up. Misto tries to get it to center just a little too far. Werstwick stops it. Lacombe there to put some pressure on. Twin's going to pick it up. Thunder going to bring that puck in. Tries to get it back to his forward. Intercepted. Misto bringing it up with Lacombe. He's got a trailer behind him. Lacombe gets the loose puck, takes the shot. Doesn't quite get much on it. So that puck's going to come up to Twin. Twin one-on-one with Patagon, gets by. Muskego there to shut him down. Muskego's going to bring it around his own net. Muskego takes a tumble, loses possession, but Patagon's there. Kiowa Quinny going to bring it up here, passes it up to Hurley Misto. Misto's got Patagon and Wolf with him. He takes the shot from the hash marks. Steered aside. Ledoux just going to dump it out. Kiowa's there to stop it. Werstwick picks up that loose puck. He's going to bring it on up on his own. Takes a shot from the blue line. Glover saved by Waspig. Davis took the shot, just bounced off the goaltender's stick. And Misto's going to bring it up here. He's got Wolf with him. Takes the shot. It's going to be redirected. McLeod picks up that puck line in his own net. Puts it up against the board. Just gets past Patagon. Icing waved off. Collins going to be racing there with the puck. Gets to it first. Tries to go off the boards, but Patagon's there. Ledoux stops him. Patagon's back up with the loose puck. Ledoux's going to pick it up. He's going to chip it up. Kiowa Quinny passes it up to Patagon. Misto is going to bring it in. He's going to go wide. McLeod's going to be there to try to stop him. Misto centers it. Doesn't quite get through. Davis is going to bring that up. He's going to dump and chase. Stopped at the blue line by Patagon. Misto gets the puck lost in his own skate. Collins gets it up to Davis. Davis is going to go wide. He's going to take the shot. Saved by Wasquid. Flashes the leather. Jaden Wasquid putting on a show here. Line change, face off coming to the right of Wasquid. Again, we're all tied up here, 3-3. 10 minutes left in the second period. Chachi going to take that face off. Won by the Border Chiefs, gets it up to Muskego. Muskego's got Dylan with him. He's pressured. Offside. Some good defensive hockey here. Face-off coming outside the Border Chief end. Strum and Trottier to take the face-off. Face-off on by Border Chiefs. Dylan's going to pick that up. Dylan with the move. One-on-one at the goalie. Steered aside by Gallant. Now Trottier is going to pick up that loose puck. Going to get it over to Dylan. Dylan's going to get it back to Muskego. Just wide of the net. Muskego's there to fight for that loose puck against Lowry. Lowry tries to get it out, but intercepted by Trottier. So Whitstone's going to dump it back in here. Face off, no. Shot just a little too far for Muskego. Trottier is going to pick up that pass. Gets poke checked at the blue line. Alexandra bringing it in. Takes the shot, gloves the side, blocker side, Whitstone going to be there to try to take it out. Gets intercepted. Lowry going to pick up that loose puck. Intercepted by Alexandra. Takes the shot just wide. Oh, puck took a funny bounce off the end there. Alexandra back in his own zone. Chips it up off the board. Intercepted by Trottier. Avoids the offside. Lets it go. Dumped in by Lowry. Renapio going to be there to pick up that puck. Whitstone in his own zone. Tries to center it. Just out of reach. Dumont sends it back. Renapio back out of his own zone. Pressured by two forwards. Trottier is going to bring that in. He's going to curl around. Tries to get it across. Comes back center ice for Whitstone. Whitstone just dumps it in. Strong is going to come back into his own zone. So we have a penalty coming up here. Number 91, Dominic Dillon, getting 2 minutes for tripping. Onion Lake going on the penalty kill once again. When got Twin and Muskego taking a draw, face-off won by Onion Lake. Trottier is going to bring that up. He's just going to dump it out, kill some time, puts it on net. Gladu back there in his own zone. Off the boards, Twin's going to pick that up. Patagon there. Callie Patagon. Trottier dumped it out. Muskego stopped it. High sticking waved off. Thunder are going to try and break out of their own zone here. Muskego picks up that loose puck. Tries to get it by, but sticked away by Zachary Gallant. Twin's going to pick up that loose puck. He's going to get it back down to Werstwick. Back to Twin. Poke checked by Quinney. Tried to get out of his own zone. Intercepted by Trottier. Ogamau curls around his own net. Gets it up to Twin. Twin backhands it to Noski. Werstwick picks up that loose puck. Quinney there on his knees to stop that rush. Tries to center, but Tagan's there to block the pass. Puck cleared out of the Border Chief zone. Gladu just dumps it back in. Quinney in his own zone. Ices the puck to kill some time. Stopped at the opposing blue line by Gladu. A little too far for Ogumau, so Muskego's going to pick up that loose puck. Muskego down on the red line, just out of reach. Puck's going to get up to Twin here. Twin's going to try to get around the defender, but Muskego there to help Whitstone out. Verstwick over to Gladu. Glove save. 6 minutes, 34 seconds left in the second period of Game 1, U15 semifinal playoffs. Onion Lake Border Chiefs versus Slave Lake Thunder. We'll be back here at 4 p.m. for Game 2. Again, this is best of 3. Face-off coming to the left of Wasquidge, won by Thunder. Comes to the point for Labby. Napio picks up that rebound. McComb gets it out. Puck comes out. Misto is going to be one-on-one. Collins going to pick up that loose puck. Henderson stops him at the blue line. Napio going to be there to pick it up. He's going to get it off the boards. Doesn't quite make it out. And we have an offside. Face-off coming outside the Border Chief zone. Misto Davis taking that draw. Face-off won by Border Chiefs. Napio chips it up along the boards. A little too far for Misto. Lacombe going to be there to pick up that loose puck, bring it in the opposing zone. Just going to curl back, takes a little tumble. Collins picks up the loose puck. Davis sees he's got an opportunity. Opportunity stopped by Napio. Puck dumped in. Dallin Whitstone going to pick up that loose puck and break out of his own zone. Dallin Whitstone has possession, loses it. Wolf picks up the loose puck. Napio stops the rebound. Napio bringing it up center ice. Brings it in wide. Blocker save. Misto picks up the loose puck, centers it just a little wide. Strong gets it over to Lowy. Stopped by Dallin Whitstone. Napio rings it off the boards. Lowy gets it back, but offside. So Napio brings it up. Misto gonna get that puck, bring it in. Thunder zone. Misto gets it behind the goaltender. One-on-one. Whitstone takes a shot from the point, redirected, so Lacomb's going to chase that in. Misto there. A lot of reach. Strom picks it up, runs into a Onion Lake player. Napio. Going to slow things down, get that puck to Dominic Dillon, fresh off the bench. Collins was there. Puck a little too far for Thunder, but Lowy picks up that loose puck. Poke check by Napio to stop that rush. Puck goes to the center, just redirected over the net. Paulo tried to get it, but he got intercepted by Dillon. Dillon's on the rush, stick side. Napio stops that 3-on-2. So we have too many men being called. So Napio going off for 2 minutes for too many men. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second period. Score still 3-3. Face-off coming to the left of Wasquidge. Face-off won by the Thunder. Verstwick gets that loose puck and puts it on net. Wasquidge just casually picks it up with his glove. Gonna have another face-off here. Face off won by Thunder. Twin. Chache picks it up, picks his pocket. Tries to chip it up just a little too far. Twin's going to get that loose puck. Patagon poke checks it away. Matheson Muskego is going to get that loose puck, get it over to Patagon. Patagon's going to bring it up. Just a little wide. Patagon's still chasing his own puck. Comes back to Muskego. Erstwick's going to pick up some speed here. He's got Twin with him. Poked aside by Muskego. Twin still has possession. Looking to set up Erstwick with the 1-T. Just goes wide. Dylan picks up the loose puck. Chips it over the boards. Twin there to put some pressure on him. Dylan still has it. Dylan looking for somebody open. He's going to take the shot. Glove save by Gallant. Face-off going to come to the right of Gallant. Muskego, Trache, Dylan, and Whitstone on the ice for this penalty kill. Face-off being taken by Davis and Muskego. Collins going to pick up that backhand pass. Muskego there to put some pressure on him. Puck going to go down to Palu. Palu gets it up along the boards. Davis picks up the loose puck. McLeod tried to get it down deep, but puck intercepted by Trache. McLeod picks up that loose puck. McLeod tries to get it up, but Muskego stops him at the red line. Muskego passes it up to Trache. Trache coming over the blue line. He takes the shot. Shot blocked by number 11, Dumont. Dumont picks up that loose puck. Tries to get it out, but Trache is there to stop it. Trache is going to go back down 91. Dylan at the point. Shot back down low. Puck's going to come to Dumont. Dumont goes around the boards. Going to get intercepted by Dylan. Dylan lost possession. Almost had a breakaway, but Dionapio fresh out the box. Stopped him right there. Muskego, Dylan fighting for the loose puck here. Neutral zone. Davis just gets the puck out. Dumps it in. No icing. Lowry going to put pressure on Whitstone here in his own zone. Davis going to pick up that interception. Dionapio back in his own zone. Chips it up along the boards to Muskego. Muskego's going to get that up to Dylan. Muskego going to pick it up from Dylan. Back down to Dylan. Dylan going to take the shot. Muskego. Trache took the shot, just directed over the net. Puck going to come all the way down to the other end. We're going to have an icing call on the play. 37.2 seconds left in the second period. Game is tied 3-3. Again, if you guys are watching on Facebook, we're currently on our second page, 7gen Live Streaming 2, 7gen Live Streaming 1. The main page is currently down. Face-off won by Thunder in their own zone. Puck going to come to the point for Patagon. Patagon takes the shot. Wolf's going to pick up that loose puck. Pressured by Gladue. Gladue tries to get it over, but doesn't quite make it there, so Misto's going to pick it up. Quinny's going to pick up that loose puck along the boards, puts it on net just wide. Patagon's going to be there to pick it up along the other side, gets it down low. Thunder trying to set something up here, just a little too far for Lowry. So Quinny's going to rush back to get there. Another icing on the play. Face-off coming all the way down to the right of Zachary Glenn. He's putting on quite the show. Face-off won by Thunder. And that is the second period. The game is tied 3-3. One more period to go. After this game, we will have game 2 at 4 p.m. here in Frog Lake. So if you're watching out in Onion Lake, come on out to Frog Lake. Come cheer on the boys. Gonna get the ice flooded here myself. Mitch Lewis with 7 Gen. Camera girl Aisha Bull. Producer Joseph Kaku. We are the team bringing you the action here today out in Frog Lake. We're going to be here for game 1, game 2, and if needed, game 3, which will be played tomorrow, I believe, here in Frog Lake. I'll double check and get confirmation for you guys, but we're going to take a little break here while the ice gets flooded. Don't go anywhere. Third period coming up. Basketball thing they do there.
Like,
Alright, third period action coming back to you guys here on 7 Gen. Myself, Mitch Lewis. Got the crew. Got Aisha on the camera. Joseph producing. Face off on by Onion Lake. Matheson Muskego getting it over to Dylan. Dylan takes the shot, redirected. Puck saved by Gallant. Again, next game coming up, 4 p.m. Game 2 of the semifinals here. Face-off coming to the left of Gallant. Face-off won by Thunder. Dylan tried to center that. Ogima was there, but Tegan couldn't hold the line, so the puck's going to come all the way down to center ice. Trache is going to pick up that loose puck. Trache takes the shot. Ogima is there to stop it. Puck comes around Dylan just a little too far, so Wurstwick's going to look to get that up the twin. Tegan stops it. Puck comes back to Dylan. Wurstwick takes the tumble, but Tegan picks up the loose puck. Twin's going to be there to pick it up, but Kihio Napio is stopping it at the red line. It's chilly in here. Thunder in their own zone. Wurstwick picks up that puck. Muskego there to put some pressure. Tegan stops it, so Muskego's going to pick it up. Gladue is going to put some pressure on Muskego. Tegan chips it up back to center ice. Twins going to pick it up. Intercepted by Trache. Muskego takes the shot. Steered aside by Gallant. Trache is going to pick up that rebound. Wurstwick there to put some pressure on Trache. Trache going back, takes the shot. Rebound there, just out of reach for Muskego. Tegan holds the line. Puts some pressure back down. Dylan's going to be there to pick it up. Gladue puts some pressure on Dylan. Dylan battling in the corner. Gets it all the way around. Dylan and Muskego put pressure. Tegan gets it over Dylan. Just out of reach. Kihio Napio takes it. Takes the shot. Steered aside by Gallant. Trache picks up the loose puck to Dylan. Dylan tries to center it. Just out of reach for Muskego. Gladue is going to bring it up. Napio there. Pick up the loose puck. Curls back in his own zone. Pressured by Wurstwick. Puck comes up to Trache. Trache and Dylan going to bring it in. Trache hands it over to Dylan. Dylan chips it back to Trache. Trache centers it. Dylan's going to pick it up. Toe drags around Lowy. Tries to get around Gladue. Puts the puck on net, and it's saved by Gallant. Gallant. Face off coming to the left of Gallant. Puck gonna come to the blue line. Quinney's there to hold the line. Quinney takes the shot. Steered aside by Gallant. Puck's going to be run around the Thunder zone. Just a little out of reach of Colborne. So Whitstone's going to be there. Passes it over to Quinney. Quinney flips it up over to Muskego. Muskego picks it up. Lowy tries to get it, but Muskego's there. Takes the shot. Gallant got a little piece on that. Got an icing call. Young gloves? Are you sure? Okay. Face off coming all the way down to the left of Zachary Gallant. Muskego taking that draw for the Border Chiefs. Face off on by Muskego. Puck comes to the blue line. Quinney takes the shot. Collins gets in the way of that shot, so the puck comes down in the Thunder zone. Davis going to bring it back behind his own net. Gets around Wolf. Passes it up just out of reach from McLeod. Quinney pops it back up to center, but Collins picks it up and looks to bring it back in. Two Onion Lake players there put the stick on him, get it back to center ice. Gonna have a dump and chase here by Labby. Quinney picking up that own puck behind his own net. Collins going to be there to put it back on net. Davis and Quinney fighting for the puck. Davis puts the shot on net, but steered aside by Waskridge. Labby puts it back down. Collins going to pick up that puck. He centers it. Steered aside by the defenders. The Alexandra gets it, but we have an offside. Score is 33 with 15 minutes, 48 seconds left in the third of game one here in Frog Lake, where we have Onion Lake versus Slave Lake. Face-off coming to the outside of the Slave Lake Thunder zone. Dylan and Twin taking the draw. Face-off won by Dylan, gets to Patagon. Patagon gets it over. A little too far out of reach for Kionapios, so Verstwick picks it up. Club saved by Waskridge. Tries to get it out, but DeMont's there at the blue line. So Dylan bringing it up. He's got Henderson with him. Dylan tried to get it through, but Trotier's there to get the rebound. Takes the shot. Rebounded. Kionapio going to curl around, put some pressure. A little bit of action here in front of the net. Good save by Zachary Gallant. Dylan and Twin taking that face-off in the Thunder zone. Face-off won by Dylan. Trache picks up that pass off the face-off. Batagan gets it down. Palu will bring it around her own zone. Pressured by Trache. Puck comes back to the center. Kihonapio going to be there to pick it up. Tries to put it in front, but blocked. Verstwick's going to bring that up. Nice move around the tender, but couldn't quite get it all. That was Verstwick. Now we got Dylan going to bring it up here. Dylan brings it wide, gets by the defender, just goes wide of the net. Chachi going to be there to stop it. Looks like we have a penalty for, I believe this is the Border Chiefs. So number 11, Kalani Trache, getting a 2-minute penalty for body contact. The Slave Lake Thunder are going to go on a power play here with 14 minutes and 21 seconds left in the third. Face-off coming to the right to Waskridge. Muskego and Lowy. Face-off won by Muskego. Dylan's going to ice that puck all the way down the ice to kill some time. Batagan going to be there to chase that loose puck. He's got Muskego with him. Tried to get it by, but got intercepted. Muskego's going to pick up that puck along the boards, getting pressured by two Slave Lake Thunder players. Muskego trying to put the shot on net. Going to be saved by Zachary Gallant. Face-off coming to the right of Gallant. Matheson Muskego there to take the draw. Takes a shot on net, just goes wide. Thunder trying to get it out, but taken there to stop it. Strom going to pick up that puck behind his own zone. Puck going to come all the way down to Onion Lake zone. Are we going to have an icing? No icing, so Dylan's going to pick up that puck in his own zone. Dylan looking to set something up here. He's going to take it up, gets by three players. What a move, just couldn't get it quite past the tender. Muskego going to take that shot, get it over to Dylan. We have a goal scored by number 91, Dominic Dylan. With a beautiful rush. Couldn't quite get it in there, but guess what? He wanted a second try and he got it. Fourth goal scored by number 91, Captain Dominic Dylan. with a point shot from Muskego on the blue line. That was a short-handed goal right there with 13 minutes, 24 seconds left in the third. Davis wins that face-off neutral zone. Muskego putting some pressure. Muskego picks up the loose puck. Tries to get it back down low, but gets redirected by a Thunder player. Quinney getting that puck over to Whitstone. Whitstone gets it up to Muskego. Whitstone going to bring that puck to the red line. Whitstone going to bring it up, chips it in, chases the puck. We have an offside. No, it looks like we have a 2-minute penalty going to Slave Lake Thunder. 2 minutes for slashing to number 20, Levi Collins. So we're going to have some 4-on-4 action here for 28 seconds. Face-off coming to the left of Gallant. Face-off one tee off the face-off by Muskego, just goes wide of the net. Muskego going to bring it out down the center. Pressured by Verstewig. Muskego with a little nifty move. Bringing it up across the red line. Crosses all three lines. Fakes the shot. Still has the puck. Just goes over the net. Takes a funny bounce off the glass. But Twin's going to be there. Icing the puck. So face-off coming all the way down to the right. Zachary Land. Face-off one. Dillon picks up that loose puck. Takes the shot on net. Steered aside by Glenn. Twin's going to be there to ice the puck. Kills some time. Napio picking it up. Verstewig there to put some pressure. Puck comes over to Matheson Muskego. Muskego sees Dillon up. Puck gets picked up by Patagon. Diving pass by Patagon over to Dillon. Dillon takes the shot, gets redirected. Napio with the puck down in the opposing zone. One-on-one with the Alexander. Verstewig there to put some pressure. Comes down to the point for Muskego. He shoots. Puck is blocked in front by the Slave Lake Thunder. So Muskego is going to come all the way down to his own zone. Raje tried to bring it up on his own. Onion Lake picks up possession. Puck goes to center for Muskego. He shoots and he scores! Under the blocker, Matheson Muskego puts Onion Lake up to 5-3 with 11 minutes, 22 seconds left in the third. All alone in front. Picked where he was going to shoot and sniped a goal. And that was assisted to 11, Kalani Trache, putting Onion Lake up to 5-3. Face-off won by Onion Lake, center ice. Harper takes the tumble. Puck comes back to center ice. Quinney there to slow it down. Takes the puck away from Colborne. Colborne picks it up. Lacombe there to pick his pocket. Misto one-on-one. Puck coming back to Whitstone. Whitstone gets it up just a little too far for Misto, so we're going to have an icing call. Some good hockey being played here today. Some good hockey. So for those of you that aren't aware, the Scouts are supposed to have home games next weekend, 13th, 14th, 15th. But due to the ice being down on Onion Lake, they will be moved. Friday's game will be played here in Frog Lake at 8 p.m. Saturday and Sunday will be played in Lloyd at the Synovus Hub Co-op Arena. Saturday's game 8 p.m. Sunday's game 4 p.m. Puck in the Onion Lake zone here. Whitstone going to go back to pick it up behind Strawn. He's got Strawn putting pressure on him. Puck comes to Quinney. Quinney knocks to the side. Quinney's going to chip it up along the boards for Lacombe. A little too far for him. So Misto's going to try to bring it out here. It's picked up along the blue line by Lowy. Quinney looking to set something up. Dumps it out to the center, just a little too far for Lacombe. We're going to have another icing call here. So again, Scouts will be taking on Three Hills all weekend. It was supposed to be a 3-game homestead, but due to the ice being down in Onion Lake, the games will be moved. Face-off won by Onion Lake, comes back. Henderson's going to pick that up. Tried to get it out, but Colborne was there to intercept it. Puck comes around the boards. Gladue going to be the first to get there. Gihonapio puts the puck up along the glass. Lowy picks it up. Gihonapio picking it up in his own zone. Glove by Jaden Waskid. Face-off coming to the left. Number 30, Jaden Waskid. Face-off won by Thunder. Loose puck. We have a goal by Slave Lake Thunder off the face-off. Loose puck. That's scored by number 20, Levi Collins. Putting this game within a 1-goal reach. Timeout to Slave Lake Thunder. As you can see here, or if you're hearing what I'm hearing, coach is telling them, if you need to make a play, get it off the glass. Never put it in front of the net. 9 minutes, 52 seconds left in the third. Onion Lake up 5 goals. Slave Lake trailing by 1 with 4 goals. The last goal scored by number 20, Levi Collins for Slave Lake Thunder. Face-off coming center ice. Face-off won by Onion Lake. The taking and chipped up the boards just too far for Dylan. Labby's going to go back into his own zone. Trache just a little too far. Puck coming up. Slave Lake. Muskego chips that aside. Glove saved by Waskid. Face-off coming to the right of Jaden Waskid. Trache and Wurstwick going to take that draw. Trache's going to win that face-off. Tries to bring it up. Dumont there to stop him, so Dylan's going to bring it back in his own zone. Dylan tries to get by, but Noski stops him. Dylan picks it back up. He's going to take the shot, blocked by Dumont. Skager's going to pick up the loose puck, try to get it across. Now we have a break. Twin one-on-one with the goalie. Stick save by Jaden Waskid, one-on-one with Twin. Now Dylan's going to bring it the other way. Muskego going to chip it up offside. And icing waved off because Gladue touched it. Gladue back in his own zone. And then try to bring it up. Gets it to Wurstwick. Wurstwick chips it up to Twin. Gihonapio picks it up, dumps it back for Dumont. Dumont picks it up, he brings it up along the boards to the red line. Puts it on net. Waskid steers it aside, so Gihonapio going to try to bring it up out of his own zone. Gets by 3. Gihonapio coming up with some speed. Tries to chip it over, but nobody there. Noski trying to get it up. Twin picks it up. Stewart takes a shot on net. Glove save for Jaden Noski. The face-off will be coming to the left. Jaden Waskage. Misto taking that face-off against Lowry. Face-off won by Thunder. Tries to go back to the point, but Lacombe is there to intercept it. Puts it all the way across the ice for Woodstone to pick it up. Woodstone chips it up. Picked up by Misto. Gladue tries to put some pressure on him. Misto still has possession. Tied up in their feet. Muskego tried to take the slap shot there, but just a little too far. Puck put on net by Quinney. Muskego picks up that failed attempt. Tries to get it to the front, but gloved down by Gladue. Puck comes up, intercepted by Muskego. Tried to get it over to Lowry, but Lowry wasn't there. Quinney tried to dump it back in. Lowry intercepted it. Muskego there to put some pressure on. And Woodstone. Quinney stops Strom at the blue line. Puck dumped in by Okamau. Muskego there. Flips it up ice. Tried to get it over to Hurley Misto, but intercepted. Lowry gonna bring it in. We have a goal. Slave Lake Thunder tie it up. That's Austin Lowry. 6 minutes and 46 seconds left in third period, and we have a tie game. 5 goals apiece. Dylan's going to pick up that one face-off. He's going to bring it in wide, lower hash marks. Shot on net, redirected wide. Puck just goes beyond the defenders. Puck comes all the way down. And we have an icing call. Face-off coming all the way down to the Thunder end. Dylan going to take that face-off. Face-off won by Thunder. Strong going to pick it up. Alexander tried to get it out, just a little under his stick, so Trache picks it up, bringing it back center ice, gets over the red line. Muskego has it there, tied up in his feet. Strom almost broke away on a breakaway there, but Kihio Napio is there to stop him at the blue line. So Alexander is going to pick it up in his own zone. Puck goes a little too far. Lowry and Alexander get tied up. Lowry comes around his own zone. Some pressure by Muskego. Curls back, buys some time. Gets it up off the boards for Strom. Poke checked aside by Matheson Muskego. So Dylan back in his own zone. He's going to try and get that all the way down to Trache, but doesn't quite get there. Dylan there to stop it in his own zone at the hash marks. Lowry stopping at the red line, back into Onion Lake zone. Kihonapio sauces it over to Trache. Trache picks it up, brings it over the red line. He comes over the opposing zone. Almost got by, but Strom is there to stop. Puck comes to Muskego, and Muskego scores. Matheson Muskego with a beautiful pass for number 11, Kalani Trache. Onion Lake with their 6th goal scored by number 10, Matheson Muskego, from a beautiful feed from number 11, Kalani Trache, with 5 minutes, 4 seconds left in this third period. It don't get better than this, ladies and gentlemen. This is some intense hockey. I got the chills. I don't know if I'm cold or if it's just that intense. puck comes all the way down, too far for Gladue, so he brings it back to his own zone. Tries to get it up off the boards, but Muskego blocks that pass. So puck's going to come down. Kihonapio is going to be there to pick it up. Kihonapio tries to chip it up, just out of reach. So Wolf's going to be there, put pressure on the puck. Wolf poke checks it, keeping it in the Thunder zone. Gladue there. McLeod picks it up. Wolf still putting pressure. Gladue clears it up, so Patagon's going to dump it back down. Offside. Face-off coming outside the Thunder zone because we had an offside. Nisto and Wurstwick to take the draw. Puck won back by Wurstwick, picked up by Palu. Palu gets it up for Twin, he just chips it up. Picked up by Kihonapio. Backhands it up, intercepted by Twin. Offside blown. Again, if you guys are just joining us, we have the second game coming up today at 4 p.m. here in Frog Lake, Alberta. Face-off won by Wostwick. Gladue brings it in. Look, takes the shot. Hits the post. Centered. Noski there takes the shot. Saved by Jaden Waskage. It's going to be a no goal there. Face off coming to the left of Waskage. Dylan tried to shoot it past Twin, but Twin stood his ground. Now Whitstone going to pick up that loose puck. Looking to get it up. Puck comes over to Wurstwood. Wurstwood going to take that shot. Pad save. Wurstwood tries to center. Muskego there to pick it up. Trache picks up that shot attempt. Dumont just out of reach. Like we were going to have a tripping, but no call on the play. Muskego picks it up, chips it to center. Twin dumps it out. Patagon picks it up. Curling back in his own zone. Puck's going to come to Dylan. Patagon's going to pick up that loose puck. Takes the shot and goes wide. Thunder in their own zone. Whitstone takes the shot. Rebound. Nobody there. So Thunder dumped it out of their own zone. Icing waved off. Patagon being hunted down by Noski. Wurstwick picks up that pass. Pass over to Noski. Whitstone intercepts. Whitstone tried to get it over to Lacombe, but it was just out of reach. Dylan gonna toe drag around. Labby takes the shot and he puts another one in the net. We have a goal. Border Chief, 7th goal scored by number 91, Dominic Dylan. With the assist going to 15, Ryder Lacombe. 2 minutes, 9 seconds left in the third. Face-off coming center ice. Lowy, Muskego. Face-off won by Muskego. Quinney gets it over to Dylan. Colburn putting some pressure. Dylan picks it up. Dylan brings it around his own net. Dylan looking for an open man. Tries to get it over to Muskego. Strom picking up the loose puck. Dylan's going to pick that up. Dylan puts it all the way down. Icing on the play. 1 minute, 44 seconds left in the third period. Border Chiefs up 7 goals. Slave Lake Thunder with 5. Face-off coming down to the left of Wasquidge. Lowy and Dillon taking that draw. Dillon wins the face-off, gets it back to Muskego. Muskego just going to ice it all the way down the ice. Icing waved off. It was about to be waved off, but the ref blew it anyway. Lacombe goes down. Puck coming to center ice because the icing was going to get blown off. The goalie was going to play it, but the ref blew the icing anyway, so puck coming to center ice. Face-off being taken here by Muskego. Muskego and Lowy. Lowy wins it back. Muskego picks it up. Colburn bringing it up. Stepped aside by Quinney. The Alexander dumps it in all the way down to Dillon in his own zone. Being pressured by Strum and Colburn. Abby steps up on the play. Muskego to Dillon. Dillon brings it in. He's got some speed. And we have another goal. End to end with the beautiful moves. Number 91, Dominic Dillon, putting the Border Chiefs up 8-5. Beautiful play. Face-off won by Misto. Misto going to bring it up. Tried to take the shot, but Dumont got a stick on it. Tried to come to center ice. Too far for Twins, so Kihinapia brings it back to his own blue line. Chips it up for Misto. Misto in a chase with Palou. Palou and Misto fighting in the corner. Collins picks up that loose puck. Tried to get it over to Twin. Comes back to Dumont. Dumont gets it up here. Just out of reach for the Thunder players. So Patagon's going to stop it. Get it up to Misto. Misto just takes a little bit of a tumble there. Losing possession, so Lowy is going to pick up that puck. Lowy's going to bring it up here over the blue line, over the red line. Getting through to Twin. Offside, blown on the play. Eight seconds left in the third period. I think that's about it for game one here. Game one going to the Onion Lake Border Chiefs. U15 semifinal playoffs. Game two will be coming up at 4 p.m. here in Frog Lake. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. First game going to the Onion Lake Border Chiefs. Here in Frog Lake, final score, Onion Lake Border Chiefs 8, Slave Lake Thunder 5. We have the second game coming up here at 4 p.m. for you. We'll be live on location bringing you that action. Then we ought to make a trip into town, go buy some ski pants, jacket, toque, gloves, because it's chilly in here. It's colder in this arena than it is outside. Good job, Onion Lake. As you can hear the fans loving that win. Good talent here on this ice today. Some good hockey, good hockey both sides of the ice. Zachary Gallant in net for the Slave Lake Thunder. Making some amazing saves, putting on a show. They're going to be back here at 4 p.m. And that's going to be a good game because it's going to be do or die. This is a best-of-3 series. Good sportsmanship by both teams. A lot of good hockey players out here today. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back here at 4 p.m. for you guys, getting you ready for the second game of the semifinal playoffs. The Border Chiefs versus Slave Lake Thunder. I'm Mitch Lewis, broadcasting for you guys today. Got the crew with me, Aisha Bo, our producer, Joseph Kakum. We'll see you guys, game 2, 4 p.m.